Hi everyone, it's Nayo from BetterAMS, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Amazon ad creatives and how uploading custom images and videos directly into your PPC campaigns can really elevate your brand on the platform. So we're going to be covering the different ad types where this is available and how it can fit into your branding. We'll also go through the creative assets tab that Amazon has available and all the information there. And then we'll go through what these kind of creatives actually look like for a sponsored brand and sponsored display, and specifically looking at kind of desktop versus mobile view. So let's get stuck in. Now, Amazon PPC has 3 different ad types available: sponsored products, sponsored brands, and sponsored display. Now, you can input creatives for 2 of those ad types, sponsored brands and sponsored display. And the good news is that as of late 2022, we can input images and videos in both, and we can actually edit and input different videos after their creation. So really handy that Amazon has kind of updated that. So yeah, a lot of options to use these across different ad placements. Now let's actually talk about what does lifestyle imagery mean, okay, and how can you make it fit for your branding. So you obviously don't want a really boring image that looks exactly like your main product image. You want to make sure that it's something that's going to be really engaging for your customers. So you can go for an image that's a bit more personality based, so it's quite emotive, it's going after your target customer. Or if you wanted, it could be a bit more product focused, so you can feature the kind of benefits and features. So for example, here in this image, you've got all the different colors that are available for these sheets highlighted at the bottom of the image. So now going into the creative assets, and I'm going to move my little face up here for a second. So this is a tab that Amazon has, and honestly, I completely recommend using it. It'll just make your life so much easier. It gives you a place to actually store and organize and reuse your assets very quickly. So what that can look like is this request moderation button. So here you can actually ask Amazon to look at this photo and either approve it or deny it, or reject it rather. So every creative asset will go through a moderation process where it takes up to 72 hours for Amazon to approve. So hopefully you're not putting any crazy images or crazy headlines. So it's there to protect us. So essentially what you can do here is you can request that moderation before you even input these creatives into a campaign. What else you can do is you can add tags. So something that's going to make it super easy and searchable. So add in a product line name or a customer demographic. Do you have an image that's for females or males or mothers or fathers, all that jazz. You can also add in ASINs which can use that image. Now, if you've noticed as well, you will see that Amazon has ad-free stock assets. So you can essentially use free stock search, stock imagery search directly in this tab. This is really helpful. If you don't have very specific lifestyle imagery using your product, you can find kind of similar things in this kind of lifestyle area. Amazon also has a video builder where you're able to add in an ASIN and get a very kind of basic template with different headlines. And I'll be honest, I have seen really good performance in sponsored brand videos, both using very basic, very standard templates such as this, but also the very fancy, expensive kind of lifestyle Coca-Cola videos as well. So definitely feel free to go after this basic template. You're still more than likely going to get some great performance. So now we'll go through the different ad types and their creative assets. So images and videos and really what they're going to look like on Amazon. So we'll start off with sponsored brand images, and there is one here. So on a very basic level, this is what it's going to look like. So this is your sponsored brand images, very kind of basic, high level requirements. So you've got a specific image size, file size, format, and content. So definitely send this over to your creative team and make sure that it's actually the appropriate size to immediately get put into campaigns. And you can find this very easily. So it's in the product collection ad format. And then you'll see it's at the bottom here, include a custom image. And then you can upload that directly from your computer, or you can go choose from assets. So if you've already uploaded all of your images within the Creative Assets tab, it makes it really easy to just pick it from here and search for the specific product. So now we'll go through what do these actually look like with and without an image. Now remember, you're not paying extra money to have your image included. This is completely, you're going to be paying the exact same amount of money, but you're just going to be taking up a lot more space visually, and you're going to have a lot more engagement with customers on Amazon. So just as a really basic example, this is desktop sponsored brand view. On the left here, 2 different product categories. And on the right-hand side, this is the exact same setup for a sponsored brand campaign, but it's without an image. And again, you're paying the same amount. So you tell me, which one do you think is more engaging and you're more likely to click on? This is what it looks like at the top of search results. So just a very kind of basic highlight of the same thing. So if you're searching up garden equipment, you've got this nice, I don't know what that is, hedge trim, some sort of something fancy. Grass, share, and shrubbery trim. Okay, we love it. So that's going to be coming up at the top. It's got this really nice image that's taking up a lot of space, especially against this kind of very stark white background of Amazon. And you compare that to this for gardening gloves. So this is a sponsored brand campaign. It's appearing at the top of search results, and it doesn't have an image. So that's kind of visually what they look like. Now, when you go to the kind of mobile sponsored brand view, this is what it looks like with and without images. Now, again, if you don't have a sponsored brand image put into your campaign, then the most kind of eye-catching image will probably be your product image with the white background. Now, when you're also on the mobile version, you're going to be scrolling through, as you see here, there's a scroll bar. So you'll be scrolling through the different ASINs, whereas the desktop sponsor brand image, you see all 3 at the same time. And when you go through image carousels, so on the different ASIN product listing pages and such, you get these really nice 3 different images with the logo. And then the sponsored brand headline will appear with a mouse hover. So if you just put your little mouse up like that, you will get the headline. So now let's go into sponsored brand videos, because they tend to be one of the best performing ad types just in general for Amazon PPC. So this is going to be your specs, okay? These are all your requirements. Again, send this to your creative team. You know, even little things like having a frame rate that's different. It's kind of quite a minute thing, but you're just not going to be able to upload that video into a campaign if it's not the right frame rate. Also make sure that they consider the safe area. So the reason is, you know, there'll be like an unmute button here. It essentially is nothing that's going to mess with Amazon's template. Now here is your best practices. And again, move my little face so you can screenshot this if you like. Essentially, there's a number of things that your video must not contain. Okay, so blurry, unclear visuals, creative elements that interfere with the ad template we showed in the previous slide, customer reviews, including Amazon ratings, Amazon reviews rather, and star ratings. So if you have this amazing review from a customer, or you've had 5 stars for 5 years, doesn't matter. Don't include anything referring to a customer review. If you're going to be quoting something, it needs to be, you know, from a magazine, you're putting it in quotes, it needs to be far more official, something like that. But yeah, don't be including customer reviews. Obviously, deals, discounts, other savings promotions, poor audio quality, which includes static or crackling or inaudible or unclear audio, poor video quality and low resolution. Make sure it's nice and crystal clear. Any distracting images, so flashing, spinning, blinking, high contrast transitions. Similar for kind of audio side, distracting, shrill, unexpected or violent and jarring sounds. ineligible text, pressuring, combative, or urgent language intended to elicit a click or sale from the customer. So now what you can actually do with sponsor brand videos is that you can direct shoppers. So if they click on your sponsor brand video, it can either go to a specific ASIN or to your storefront. Not wrong. Storefront. We love it, okay? We love it, all right? I can spell, I promise. So if your sponsor brand video is going to an ASIN, this is what the setup is going to look like. Very simple, very nice. If it's going to your storefront, you're going to have a few more options available. So you can put in your logo, brand name, your headline, and you can actually include a product. You don't have to, but it does give you that option. So this is what sponsor brand videos look like coming up in your desktop search results. And this is what it looks like in your mobile search results. So it takes up a really big chunk of the page. And when you're on a carousel, they also are really eye-catching. So you've got desktop as this kind of nice three that you can go through. And on mobile, you can actually scroll through all these different videos. So yeah, really nice kind of placements that Amazon is pushing. Now let's go into sponsored display for creative assets. And now this is a new ad type. They tend to have less ad placements available at present. But they do look very eye-catching on the page. So this is for the images, and as you can see here, some nice makeup brushes that are being shown on an ASIN listing page. These are your specs. So you've got image size, file size, format, and content. Now the nice thing with sponsored display is that you can add in a logo, a headline, and an image. Or you can mix and match with both. So you can take away a headline, you can take away a logo, you can have it just the image. That's totally up to you. The other thing to note with sponsored display images is that you're going to have two sizes being displayed. So one is a full image. I got this cute stock image of a cat, or a square crop. So there's different placements, and just be mindful if in case, you know, someone's face is getting cut off because you haven't planned for this. So this is what some images look like coming up on product listing pages. And I'd just like to shout out to their Photoshop team for this particular image. And sushi, please leave a YouTube comment below if you love sushi. Great, we love it, thanks. All right, and last but not least, we've got sponsored display videos. Okay, so this is the newest creative asset available on Amazon PPC. And they're going to be showing up in the same areas as sponsored display images. And similarly here, you get to play around with a logo and a headline. So you can either have just the logo in your video or a headline, really can mix and match, which is a really nice option available. You have video specs and audio specs. Feel free to take a screenshot of this and send it over to your creative team. So here's the kind of anatomy of your sponsored display video. You'll have your logo, headline, big video right in the middle, and then your image and product title and so on. So that is Amazon's ad creatives. And here are some of my biggest call outs is that with videos and images, these kind of custom imagery, they're really brand building assets. Okay. You're kind of creating what is your brand about, what's your story. You know, there's a lot of kind of storytelling, marketing, insights that you can research if that's of interest to you. What you can also do is actually repurpose your assets for storefront posts. So if you have an Amazon storefront, Amazon really likes that, okay? And they're actually doing a lot of placements for inspiration from this brand. So all of the posts that you put on your storefront, they're actually kind of coming up in a lot of different ad placements that you're not even paying for. So really good stuff there. Amazon ad creators are also now available in 2 out of 3 PPC ad types. I'm not amazing at maths, but that's a majority, okay? Definitely get stuck in. And the other thing with Amazon ad creatives, again, you're not paying extra to include something custom creative, all right? And all it's going to do is have a stronger impact on customer engagement. And here's an example from a brand I manage, and this is literally for just this month, which is November 2022. The account average click-through rate is 0.5%. The majority is sponsored product campaigns. And the sponsored brand video average click-through rate is 1.5%. So there is such an immediate response to customers seeing videos and images. So that has been me. My name is Nayo Olsen-Stahl. Please subscribe to the BetterAMS YouTube account. Leave any questions you have below in the comments, or come find me on LinkedIn and send me a message and say hi. Anyways, thanks so much, everyone. Hope you have a good one. Bye.